I love being outside. And these days, lockdown wave 3, whatever you want to call it, homeschool with my kids, it's just like my stress has gone to here. And my favorite part of my day is walking outside, going to the pond, going to the bush. I'm like, oh, it just makes me feel so much better, but I don't know why, but it does. And I'm loving that.
Yes, absolutely. So it's the anti-inflammatory effect of kind of all the microbes, but it's also too that the light, the natural light, helps to really stimulate our brain to understand, like, yes, this is daytime, and our brain actually needs that. I mean, we are designed to actually mostly live outside, and mostly we actually live inside. So we live very much in this like this mismatch to our biology. And the more we have mismatch, the more we have inflammation. So anything we can kind of be doing, you know, eating kind of more whole foods ancestrally, you know, spending more time outside, like any of those things are actually going to drive better homeostasis in our systems. And then of course the other piece is vitamin D. Vitamin D functions like a hormone, right? So it is hugely anti-inflammatory. It stimulates our cardiovascular system, our metabolic system, our endocrine system. You know, we need ample vitamin D on board for even our mitochondria to function well, our energy powerhouses. So again, like if you're outside, the more you can have like your skin exposed, so you can actually be synthesizing. So you're not slathering like sunscreen all over yourself or covering up everything. You know, we want to that's another thing. It's huge for your mood. Huge for your mood. So that's another benefit. So absolutely, like time outside. That's huge.
Okay. Now I know why. Now I know why my body loves it and craves it so much.
Yes. And I mean, that's a good point to just finish off on. Most women, honestly, their intuition will actually tell you exactly what you need. So your body's intuition is going to tell you everything. The trouble is we oftentimes don't listen to it. We are living in our busy mode. We have so many barriers, we don't even hear it. Or we hear our body telling us something, but we misinterpret it. Right. And we think we need to seek out something external to us to kind of address that, but usually we don't. So our body will our intuition will tell us you need to get up. You know, your intuition will tell you, even coming back to pregnancy related pelvic girdle pain, someone will say, well, why is it when I'm standing on one foot that's where I get so much of a problem? Well, as your center of mass is changing, you are at more of a risk of falling over when you're on one foot. Don't you think that's a pretty smart protection mechanism for your baby, just to say, mommy, don't do that? You know, instead, just sit down first on the chair before you take your pants off. Like it's just a protection mechanism. Your intuition will just tell you. Your intuition will tell you, get outside. Your intuition will tell you at 3 o'clock, you're done. You are done. You need to go into a quiet room by yourself. But we push through. We don't listen. You know, as we're running, our body will start leaking urine, and it's telling us we probably don't have either the energy reserves for this, so therefore our mechanics aren't functioning properly, or maybe we don't just have the mechanics for this. We should probably stop. But instead we pad up and we run on, right? So again, like that intuition piece, our women's intuition is so wise. It is so spot on. It's really exciting that our data is finally starting to substantiate actually what women have been saying forever and have been kind of like brushed off. So this is why those times in nature and even those times almost in a shavasana can also be helpful, because it's time that we can be very quiet. We can just be, and it gives us an opportunity to actually listen to that voice that usually is going to tell us exactly what we need to do, like really and truly. So I think that's a good point to finish off on.
Awesome.